and gratitude, anxiety and uncertainty, a family of two steps into the next chapter of their lives, going home as a family of 8.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but I will have these children to a point that I will say, Lord is enough. This is what we are celebrating today. I really respect it. Thank you.
Their journey home and reception from their neighbors and well-wishers will be brought to you subsequently. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
And talking education, the Department of Mass Education of the FCT administration has graduated 186 students from its vocational training center in Karu. Onozi Yakubu was at the graduation ceremony and brought back this report.
That is the graduation dance, expressing a dream come true. A serving local government councillor from Kebbi State, Umar Fanule Fulan and Aisha Ibrahim Suleiman are among the graduating students from this adult education class. They bear their mind on their education sojourn in the center.
Honestly, I'm grateful. Because adult education is the best. If somebody have never attended school before, when you join adult education by good grades, you go further.
I started this school since from basic class. I mean for the scratch, learn to ABCD, 2-letter words, 3-letter words, then this way I'm very proud of the way I am now.
Representative of the FCT Secretary for Education, Abunike Joseph, advises the graduates to keep the momentum high through learning.
Education is transiting from education for certification to education for a living. And education for a living is about skill acquisition, knowledge, competence, and entrepreneurship.
186 of them are graduating today across the different schemes that we have in this center. And we're so proud of them because they are all adults. And they are all fathers and mothers from their various homes. But they took time to come and study here. And today, they are reaping it. We are celebrating them.
Some of them opt out to want to learn handworks. We enroll them in women programs, various units.
Of fake dollar notes, correspondent Onuchi Yakubu reports.
Somebody sell us. They have removed this one to disguise it. We have recovered it.
9 vehicles, among them 5 Hilux, a Lexus RX 330 SUV, Toyota RAV4, Camry, and Corolla were paraded as recovered from the syndicate. Commissioner of Police Bennett Igwe said the 4-man syndicate with one at large are responsible for the series of car snatching and disappearance of several Hilux vehicles reportedly being stolen across the FCT.
Please, let the owners come. They have debased them in order to reformat and repent. So these are about 9 of the vehicles we are talking about. We are begging that the owners to come, especially Hilux. You can see 5 of them. We assure them that we are going to recover more.
I'm a businessman. I was called to buy a car without knowing that the car was a stolen car. That is my case, to be honest.
Well, how long have you been buying vehicles?
Only once. This is the first time.
Wow, in Nigeria, it's difficult for one now. I cannot make out any regret for now until my quiet retreat before I can know what to do about it.
CP Igwe also revealed that similarly acting on credible intelligence, police operatives of the command from the anti-fraud unit arrested 2 suspects in Tinkan Resort Garden in Jabi in possession of 36 bundles of fake $100 notes. He disclosed that they confessed to being members of an 8-man gang that specializes in interstate sale of fake dollar notes and had sold several of the fake notes to unsuspecting residents of the FCT.
100, they want to be rich quick. This one amount to billions of naira. You can see the dollars. This one is $50,000. It's these two that have the dollar.
The man call me, my helper, check who. He said that somebody give him my lumber.
You don't do before.
Me? No.
How does they call you when you know they do? They just call you when you know they do.
You know, say me before, they do work for Nta.
The suspects, the CP revealed, are currently assisting the police in apprehending other gang members on the run. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, Nta News.
The FCT Emergency Management Agency has inaugurated a local emergency committee to champion the cause of disaster management in Abaji community. Director of Forecasting, Response and Mitigation, FCT, FEMA, Florence Wenegeme reiterates that disaster is everybody's business. Hence, this will help the communities identify common hazards within their locality. The reports.
The local emergency committee, aside reducing the workload of the FCT Emergency Management Agency and the national body, NEMA, is expected to bring emergency management to the grassroots with a view to reducing the response time from 5 minutes to 3 minutes. Director of Forecasting, Response and Mitigation, FEMA, Florence Wenegeme reveals that the agency carried out sensitization on disaster risk reduction in the area as well as created awareness.
Members of Abaji Area Council.
Chairman Abaji Area Council, Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, promises to support the initiative, which he says will give quick response to disaster situations in the community.
We will provide a vehicle for them so that it will help them in discharging their duty. Whenever there is a communication of any disaster, they can quickly rush there and see so that they will know the step they will take.
FEMA assures that the committee
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
We celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The news station Nta Channel 5, Abuja, would say have a lovely day.
Glad to have you back. February is the shortest month with only 28 days, except on a leap year where the month has an additional day, making it February 29. What is a leap year and why do we have them? Plus, what happens to people who are born on the last day of February in a leap year? These and more are what we sought to find out in this special report brought to you by our correspondent, Sandra Akeme.
My own understanding about it is it's a natural occurrence that is to happen each century or decade.
For me, it doesn't make much difference. It's just that it's a year that has an additional number in terms of, instead of 365, you say 366.
Leap years were said to be reformed years ago by the Roman Emperor Julius Caesar. It was later introduced in the Gregorian calendar when some days were missed to realign the calendar with the seasons, adding a leap day to February.
This studies has been is dated so many years back when they've been using these zodiac calendars and the rest of them. Normally it takes the Earth 365 days with some fraction of days to go around the sun. So, but you cannot actually count those fractions as a day until it completes 4 fractions. So that's why we call that extra day. By the time you have 4 different fractions of the day, by the time you combine it, you get a leap year. So after every 4 years, you have a leap year because of that one extra day added to the year.
Those who were born on a leap year, known as leapers or leaplings, have the opportunity to celebrate their actual birthday when February 29 happens, and they express excitement for the opportunity.
I don't find myself celebrating my birthday every year. So the last time I celebrated my birthday was February 29, 2020. And then I'm so excited that it's coming this year. Even with the whole up and down, the whole dollar rise and all that, I'm still going to celebrate my birthday regardless.
No, it's not easy waiting for your birthday 4 years. Waiting for 4 years before you see your birthday. Most times people tell me that I should celebrate it on 28th February. I normally say no because I don't want to celebrate my birthday with those who were born a day before me. Some say, okay, why not do it on 1st March? I said, no, I will be doing it with people that I was born 24 hours before them. Unfortunately, the economy has not been very favorable, so I'm not sure I will do it in a grand way anyway, but maybe I'll just do a small celebration for my family.
Available information is that without a leap day, the world would lose 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 46 seconds every year. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
The Association of Table Water Producers, ATWAP, say the recent 50% increase in the price of sachet water, otherwise known as pure water, is as a result of high production cost and soaring inflation. Sarafina Okon-Umekwe investigates.
We consume pure water much daily, but now we have reduced the consumption of pure water. Like me now, I even intend to switch to pipe-borne water. Even right now, I'm going to fetch water from the tap to drink, because if you calculate it at home now, before we used to take like 2 bags at home, but now we are fetching borehole to drink.
Water consumption has numerous benefits. Water is crucial for many bodily functions, such as hydrating the system, delivering oxygen throughout the body, and preventing kidney damage. Recently in the FCT, residents woke up to the news of producers down in tools and the escalating price of packaged water in bottles and sachet, popularly called pure water, resulting in scarcity. Authorities in the industry say the regulatory agencies comprising the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SUN, called for a step-up in the manufacturing and hygiene practices.
Our packing bags used to be bought around 4-5 per bundle, is currently 15,000 naira now per bundle. So that has really called for this increase. We are not doing it we are not increasing our product to punish the masses.
You wake up very early in the morning, try to go and sell your product and produce more. So you hardly have time to do all the other necessary things. So this sanitation gives us the opportunity to rest from our stress, then clean up our factory, and even attend training.
Now, a lot of persons are wondering, why would exchange rate affects the water production or the price of water? Now, this is one of the raw materials. Now, we're told that before now, a kg of this goes for 1,200 naira, but currently is going for 4,000 plus. Though the 7-day strike, people speculated, wasn't really a strike. It was a season to sanitize the work area and the factory area, so to have healthier environment for production of their water.
A bag of sachet water currently sells for 500 naira as against the previous price of 200 naira, while retailers now sell at 50 naira per sachet, giving an increase of about 250%. They lament low patronage when compared to the previous heat seasons.
Yeah. Okay, so how the business be basically?
Small business.
Business no too. As us they buy them 500, they make profit of 500. You know they move people know they too buy them like that because the thing too high.
Now, if they increase a sachet of pure water from 20 naira to 15 naira, for them to bring it back is very hard. And now the situation of the country itself is hard. You know, even it's not only pure water, it's rice has rise up.
Me, I'm not drinking pure water myself because it's too much. The price is too much. Something is 10 naira, it came as 15 naira. It's no good.
The weather itself is harsh, and getting water these days is very expensive. So, you know, everyone has to have an additional plan, a plan B, of course, to get hydrated.
The Association of Table Water Producers of Nigeria are appealing for a better controlled exchange rate, and the stoppage of production was to get government's attention on having a conducive business environment. In Abuja, Serafina Okon Omikwe, NT News.
And for more on business, here is business news. Cash reserve ratio rise from 32.5% to 45.0%. Thanks for joining us on Business News. I am Aisha Uba-Ali. 5% in July 2023. It also adjusted the asymmetric corridor around the monetary policy rate. The cash reserve ratio as well raised from 32.5% to 45.0% and retained the liquidity ratio at 30%. However, the expected impact of the rate hike has not yet reflected on the official foreign exchange. CBN Governor Mr. Olayemi Cardoso disclosed this while briefing journalists on the outcome of the Monetary Policy Committee. And lastly, when talking instruments of empowerment, it implies embracing creativity. The world is evolving, and research has shown that there is capability in the girl child, as Deborah Gazajimaika gets to interact with innovative school girls in Abuja.
From findings while on special assignment, I uncovered the girl child has the potential to reshape the landscape of technology to make positive impact in the society. Having come across Damiladi Adams and Salome Isaka and the likes in Abuja utilizing their cutting edge, you will marvel at which the girl child has embraced innovation.
Some students have issue with spelling. They can use this to spell. You can also write other things on it, like the periodic table. They can use it to learn the periodic table. It helps a lot. Then I also engrave this.
Invent things that can take Nigeria far. Invent things that can take me higher in my own innovation.
Today, girls and young women have been demonstrating their technology skills all over the place, although experts observe that the process is still a struggle.
Our over-independence on manufacturing or importation, we want it to really stop.
Providing the space for the girl child to foster her creative thinking will help transform lives in Abuja. Deborah Micah reporting for Business News.
And that's much we can bring on Business News this week. The news continues shortly. A vocational sports training program is underway in Abuja. It's aimed at nurturing leadership skills among the youths. Boys and girls who gathered at the basketball court at the Old Parade Ground, Area 10, Abuja, displayed their sporting skills. Francis Kabile reports.
It was meant to showcase individual sporting talent, but for the organizers and the talented basketballers who converged at the court, it was one evening never to forget in terms of sporting displays by the players.
There were so many things I didn't get when I was a young man playing, so many opportunities that passed me by. So when I became a coach, I decided to look for those opportunities and afford the young men today, those opportunities to get their lives better.
Convener of the sport and vocational trainer Chief Eze Ifeanyi Ike, who led former NBA star Dozie Mbono, and some US-based basketball experts and advisors to the sporting arena, is of the opinion that Nigeria possesses talent that cannot be pushed away.
The program is all about bringing the kids together to see how we can get the kids off the street, first of all, and how the kids can learn a vocation.
Our mission is bringing basketball internationally, worked as a international agent, helping and have helped many youths around the world realize education through basketball in different places. So wanted to come home in Nigeria and to help do the same.
The training will as well ignite entrepreneurial spirit and develop technical expertise in the area of technology and innovation. The program ends on Saturday. In Abuja, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
And now sports brief. Well, I don't think
the curtains have been drawn on the preliminary phase of the 2024 FCT School Sports Festival at most of the 8 centers. The last day saw finalists emerged in table tennis, 4x100 and 4x400 meters relays. Organizers and coordinators from the zones adjudged the outcome to be excellent, considering the platforms created for young talents discovered. Upon the conclusion of this phase, winners in all the categories and events will participate in the finale, expected to hold in March. In the Nigerian Premier Football League Match Day 22 played on Thursday, Eyimba were ruthless as they thrashed Gombe United 4-0. The defending champions are sitting sixth on the table with a game in hand, with just 3 points separating them from table toppers Lobby Stars. Abia Warriors at home pipped visiting Kwara United 1-0. The same margin, Shooting Stars beat Bendel Insurance. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National League NNL Match Day 12 and second stanza of the 2023-2024 fixtures across the 4 conferences will hold this weekend. In the Conference C, Nasarawa United will take on Abubakar Bukola Saraki Football Club. Yobe Desert will take on EFCC Football Club, while El Kanemi Warriors will slug it out against Mighty Jets Football Club. With Sports Brief, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Thank you for being part of the news at 1. Join us at 7 for more news. Good afternoon.